Okay, hello. Greetings, guten tag, bonjour, dobry den, hello everyone, and welcome to today's Unity Mobile webinar. I'm Richard Moravec, Unity Mobile's Marketing Manager, along with Camilla Amirova, Unity Mobile Service Delivery Program Manager. Camilla and I will be discussing today a little bit about the mobile world and providing an introduction to mobile website design and the initial building blocks to the marketing of your mobile website using Unity Mobile's platform. And by the way, I should mention that Unity has recently upgraded to its 3.1 platform. Today we'll be demonstrating Unity Mobile's publishing platform and especially looking at what to consider when setting up your first mobile website. Also, just want to let you know that Unity Mobile will continue having a series of webinars covering a wide range of topics from how to easily create, manage, and publish a mobile website and marketing of your website. In the future, we will also include how to create your own brand and how to resell mobile websites. So if you're interested, you could register for these webinars on our website. So as per usual, before we begin today, I wanted to briefly chat with Camilla on a few points of interest, and perhaps she can give us some insights on what we'll be seeing today. How are you today, Camilla?
Hello, everybody. Well, I'm doing excellent. Spring in the air, good weather, good mood.
Absolutely. No, I was mentioning in the office earlier today, yeah, finally spring is in full swing. The flowers are blooming, and I've come out of hibernation for the winter. All is good again. So just to recap some news I found of interest in the past few weeks. Just recently, I saw this one article that I read on Mobile Marketer, actually, a nice little publication. Amazon executive Lisa Unsschneider, she's the Global Vice President of Advertising and Sales at Amazon.com, did a keynote speech at the AdTech conference in San Francisco the other week. And she mentioned 3 points which help her with her mobile strategy. She mentioned it's personalization, innovation, and scale that help the company better target its customers and create relevant digital and mobile experiences. So while I was reading this article, I'm thinking, you know, if this is what Amazon is experiencing and what they think in terms of prioritization for their mobile strategy, you know, they are arguably the world's #1 retail shop when you think about it. There's a lot to be said about that statement for any size business, for any size company, in terms of, you know, prioritizing what's important for a mobile experience. I don't know, Camilla, any thoughts on this article?
Sure, absolutely. From the marketing standpoint, which are seen in recent studies, it's more effective way to target and influence your customers by simply providing them a personalized experience. You should take into consideration that mobile experience is really different from the desktop or PC experience.
Right. So considering experience, the mobile experience, I've seen a lot of very impressive websites out there, some well thought out layouts and designs. What are the key points someone should consider even before setting up a website? Would it be, I don't know, is it graphics? Is it designs, incentives? Any thoughts?
First of all, you should not forget that it's a mobile site and should contain much less content than the classic website, and the end user should find it really easy to navigate around, taking away complexity, being absolutely just simply functional and fast loading.
Right. So simplicity, navigation, keep it simple.
Is the key.
So, right. So I'm just wondering, ultimately, why is it ultimately important to have a mobile website? Perhaps this is a simple, straightforward question, but what could a prospective small to medium-sized business be missing out by not having a mobile website?
Well, simply they will just miss additional marketing channels, which is growing every day really much more faster. And if you're a small or medium business, would you really ignore this fast-growing audience? Absolutely not.
Of course not, of course not. All right, so before we dive into today's webinar, I'm wondering, Camilla, if you can give just a very brief preview of what tools we'll be using today and looking into.
Yes, we will have a look at the mobile site builder, content library, simple search engine optimization tools, and marketing tools like classic email, SMS distribution, QR code, social networks.
Fantastic. So I guess, without further ado, I guess, today's webinar, the focus, Introduction to Mobile Web. I pass the microphone over to you, Camilla. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much, Rich. So let's have a look at the platform. I will very quickly switch it to our Unity platform. I hope that all of you are able to see clearly my screen. So when you can see it right now that I have two options for creating a mobile site, easy to use editor or professional editor. Well, by itself, it actually explains that easy-to-use editor is really something that is for not that experienced users, that you can simply create a basic site with quick widgets where you can really use a drag and drop and publish it. And professional editor offers more advanced experience and more advanced widgets like e-commerce. You can have their third-party advertisement, payment buttons, and more complex forms, for example, building. But today, as its introduction to mobile website, we're going to have a look on our easy-to-use editor. So follow me and let's see what we're going to have here. Right, and on the next stage, we have two options where to go with the import content website or create from one of the predefined layouts. The first options is related to those who already got classic website, and that tool really helps you to pre-populate your mobile site. It's able to pull this kind of information from your existing website. Of course, it has to be in HTML code, not Flash. Those informations like your phone number, your location, some little description, and title, logo, and some of the color styles that you have it there. It's really powerful. As we say, like 80% of the time, it works every time. You can try it by yourself later on, but today we're going to focus it on creating a site from the predefined layouts. You have a choices of the standard layout where you have the title, image, click to call, my address buttons with about us information, and following with a contact, simple contact us form that sends information to given email. Or you have a icon view with the touch icons that you can exactly have the same widgets like click to call, my address, about us, and contact form, but hidden under each separate icon. Or you can have a hybrid of both, or just to start from the scratch. You're going to select an icons for today webinar. Just simply click on this icon you would like to go with, the layout, and hit the button next. So while it's loading, on the second step, you got options of different color schemes, the one you can really go with. And you should not be afraid that it's something that like the first and final step where you can go with the colors. Not at all. It just gives you a first look of your site. And all of these colors for each of these elements you can see can easily change whenever you want to edit your site, very simply. So I will stay classic, go with the white background and hitting the button next. Right, and the last step before we enter the site editor, we have a helpful small form that helps us to pre-populate some of the content to our mobile site. We have a title, phone number, address, description, and a website name. I'm going to fill it out with my favorite restaurant, Sushi Hot. As you can see in the preview on the right screen, it automatically updates the site so that you can see your changes immediately. Then let's move to the second field, which is a phone number. You can see you can add a phone number in international way or just a simple original. And let me mention how it actually going to work, this feature. You can see the click to call icon on the preview mode, and what it does, when the person hit this button on your mobile site, it starts dialing the number immediately, which makes it much more simple and easy experience to call your businesses, like to order a pizza or sushi, or to find out any information which is useful for him. Let's move to the address. The address itself tells us the location of your business, and it's connected with Google Maps. So it works this way. Once you click on the button My Address, as you can see it here, it's actually taking you to the Google Maps optimized map where you can after find directions to this place. Really very straightforward. And description.
If I could just add a point here, Camilla, this is the brilliant thing about that application, that feature right there, is for businesses that type of linkage to Google Maps usually drives foot traffic and is one key success for marketing. If someone's in the area, they need to know where and how, and that integration is one of the dare I say one of the killer apps or killer features with any mobile website.
Yes, it's really true, and it's simple but really very useful and effective. Right, we have the description, which is also self-explains. You have a description of your businesses, the best sushi in the world, and name of your website. This is the one you can give it as hot sushi. Right, and as you can notice it below, I have here your website will be available at domain name getunity.com/the name of the website. So this is a default domain where your site will be published. This is something really useful for those who doesn't have a website or don't want to register any domains, so they can really simply go ahead with a default domain it's going to be hosted in. But it doesn't mean that you cannot set up your own custom domain. It's very easy to do, and under our interface, as I will show you later, you can simply follow our 3 steps and you can set it up your own custom domain like m.sushihot.com. Right, let's say we are ready and we pre-filled out some of the information we dispose now. Prepare some of your images or logo so that it might need it for us to make our site to look a bit more interesting. So I'm hitting the button next. Let's have a look. What it does in this moment, it takes this layout I selected, the color scheme and information, and will create from it a site that will be able to edit it anytime. Excellent. Now we are under our simple site editor, which again, for you easy to understand and understand this mobile user experience, you have a preview in the phone where you can simply click one of the icons to test its functionality, and simply you have a reset to go back to the main menu. On top, you have different widgets that you can definitely apply for your site. Let me very quickly go through all of them. Insert the grid. The grid is this grid icon menu that you have already available. You can on it and off it, it's up to you. You have an external hyperlinks for those who has their own website. They can easily add the hyperlink to their site or any other site available. Click to call widget, we already spoken about it. This is the one that immediately makes the action and dialing the number. Click to map, the one that connected with the Google Maps. You have a text widget, just to insert in the simple text. You can upload the images. You have the information about us, about your company that can be described. Simple contact form. Social networks connected like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube channel. You can get a title and subtitle and the working hours. So let's make our site looks a bit more interesting. So I will start with uploading the image. Those who have the logo, they can simply upload the logo. So I'm simply hitting this button and I want it to be on top of all of this content. So simply I'm dragging and dropping it, pulling it up. So it's uploading it, and of course right now I don't have any image. So I will get rid of the title by simply closing it like this. And now I'm ready to upload the image. I'm going to select the file from my desktop browser. It says Sushi. Once it's selected, I click the button Apply. So now what is going on, this image is being converted into different formats and resolutions so that it definitely better serve it on different devices. At the same time, it was stored on the media library, so whenever you need to upload add this image or share it between different sites, you can easily use the media library. You don't have to upload it all the time, the same image. Right, here you have a preview. It looks now much more better. Those who would like to change the colors, styles, text alignment can just simply hit the button style, where for each element, including buttons and body text and background alignment, everything, you can simply change it through the style button. If you want to use your special color that you're using it for a logo, you can simply write it down here, color code in hexadecimal format, and it will be applied immediately. So you are definitely not limited with this range of colors we're showing you. It's just for easiness for you, but simply type in the hexadecimal format code of your color and you're done with it. Simply OK, and all the styles and colors apply to your site. I didn't change anything. Now let's have a look what else is missing here, or something that I would like maybe to edit. Working hours. Let's have a look at the opening or working hours. I'm simply hitting this icon and I can change it from 10 till 6, let's say. Or I can also edit it each day separately. But let's say Saturday, Sunday, I want to have day off, if I can allow myself.
Everybody's allowed a day off.
Right, and I might need some social networks, one of or maybe all of them. Let's go with the Facebook. So I'm just, sorry, I have here, right. So on Facebook, you need to add your account ID, which is usually applies to your company or business name, like for example, Sushi Hut. You can find it on the account settings in your Facebook account. Right, let's say for the first time I'm ready and I'm happy with it. Everything what I need to do in order to make it live is just simply to hit the button Publish. I have a trial subscription for the 30 days, which I can simply activate it. And all my friends and customers are ready to actually using it. Voila! Site is published and reachable from any part of the world right now. As you can see, there is a default link, getunity.com/sushi-hot. Those of you who has very close your mobile devices, you can simply type it in, or those who have good cameras and QR code readers can simply scan it from my screen and enter the site. So now I'm ready to go. I have everything. I have my mobile site. What next, you will ask me. And what next is actually to start promoting your site. How will you do this? It's a very simple question. By using this platform, you have a distribution or marketing tools set. And we can have a look at it on each of them very shortly. But those who are really interested and to know in details how each of it working, you can the address and have a look on our websites, on our previous webinars where we was really had a separate topic for these distribution methods. But let's have a look at it very shortly. I'm hitting on the link and QR code. So this is a default domain where the site is available, but those who would like to set up a custom domain, simply going under site administration, domain, just follow these 1, 2, 3 steps to set up your custom domain to be using these DNS settings. simply added this domain under this table, click the verify, and your domain is ready to go. But let's go back to this link and QR code distribution tool. I'm sure some of you, or maybe all of you, are already familiar with the QR codes. So as I mentioned before, it requires a QR code reader, which helps you really easily scan this code, and without typing it, you're already accessing the website. It's, as you can see it now in the streets everywhere, in the magazines, it's started really highly propagated and marketed by a lot of companies as well, which is actually helps to generate the traffic to your website. We do have the send SMS and send email tools. This is the classic one, which is actually working. You already know how. It has simply, you can type in the phone numbers of your potential customers or those you would like to send out the link or some daily offers or monthly offers. Just simply add the phone numbers. You can type it in manually, or you can import or export these numbers to your contact center address book. The same with the mails. You can update the messages, and you can easily schedule it for the time when you would like to send it out. It's really simple, and it's a classic tool which I'm sure all of you are already aware of. The rest too that we have here is our social networks, and we integrated with the Facebook and Twitter, which allows you to post on the wall or Facebook or send a tweet the information that, for example, you've got your mobile site up and running, or you can again use these two channels for make some marketing campaigns with some discount offers and other interesting facts about your business. Simply change the text, update it, click the button send, use your Facebook or Twitter credentials, and the information is posted. All your friends, all of your customers are able to see it and get to this mobile site. I also promised you in the beginning to show the search engine optimization, or something that we allow also to do here. It's really simple, but at the same time it's very powerful. You can find it under the site administration site preferences. Those who are really designers already familiar with it, and these are the meta tags that will be added to the HTML code of your pages. This is the description and the keywords. And how does it work? Simply speaking, why do we need this? It's because we want to be found in the search engines like Google, Yahoo, and others sites. So the person who is in, let's say, New York City looking for the sushi restaurant, these keywords and description help him to be listed on the first results on these search engines. So I would say it's really a simple but very powerful thing. At the same time, you can see on the same page you have a Google Analytics, that you can follow the analytics on your Google, or you can use our indoor reporting, which also helps you to analyze a lot about who your customers are, what are their top favorite pages or content, what countries they come from. So really useful as well. I guess from my side it could be really everything, and I pass the microphone to Richard.
Yes, wonderful. It's very, very insightful, Camilla. Thanks so much. I'm looking here at the platform, and most impressively, I see how intuitive it is and how easy it is to use. And I said before, if you could, design a simple PowerPoint presentation, there's no reason why you can't design a mobile website. I mean, it's very impressive. Thanks very much for going through the list. I look at this and I see how it has a full feature offering. I've noticed, social media integration, media library templates, very impressive, and of course some of the marketing channels and search engine optimization with Google, all very impressive. I have perhaps just one takeaway question from a marketing perspective. So let's just say I'm the owner of the fine establishment of hot sushi restaurants, and let's say I've collected a little raffle of 200 business cards where I have all these mobile numbers. You notice you highlighted a little area where you can, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, where you can upload mobile numbers or telephone numbers. So if I want to do an SMS campaign, how would I do that very quickly? Is there an export feature? Is that entirely through Excel? Are there any limitations on that marketing channel?
Yeah, sure. It's a good question. Let's have a look on the contact center. This is where all numbers, emails, and your customers' names are stored. You have an address book available here for the contacts, so you can create a contact groups if you would like to differentiate contacts, or just simply go with a general one where hence simply hitting the button Add Contact, fill out first name, last name, email, and phone number, and simply you can populate it and using it whenever you are having any of the campaigns. Moreover, these contacts, you can easily export it and use it in your own databases or purposes. I hope I answered your question, Richard.
Straightforward, brilliant. That certainly is a useful tool right there. So I guess at this moment, what we can do is open up the floor if there's anybody out there that has any questions, and there's two ways you can ask a question. If you want to be heard and speak over the webinar, feel free. Just raise your hand and we'll put your microphone on. The other option, if you don't want to be heard, you could simply type your question and text your question in, and we could answer your question as best as possible. What we'll do is we'll take a 30-second to 1-minute pause to wait if there are any questions out there. Otherwise, if there are no questions in the next minute, we'll conclude our webinar, but we'll be on standby for the next 30 seconds to a minute to see if there's any questions.
Yes, I already actually see 2 questions, which is I'm only happy to share it. And first one, I see it's from Kevin, and he's giving us really good statistics, which I think it's very good to share it with all of you. So he's sharing it that he read an article that says that push notifications on a cell phones are open 97% of the time versus 4% on a mail. So you can see the persons where we should go mobile. Thanks a lot, Kevin, for sharing this information, and I'm following with the questions that we've got regarding the VAR, Value Added Reseller campaign we also have at the product. So let me read the question. On a VAR platform, would my user site start with getunity.com domain or their name? Kevin, it's really up to you, as this is how you would like to set it up. You can go with a default domain, getunity.com, or you can simply use for your customers the custom domain, like let's say you can start mobile.com, and it can be only available for your VAR, for your branded version. I hope I answered your questions. And I have here another questions from Karen. And the question is, can you change the hyperlink wording to the website? Or absolutely. Let me show you how to do this, Karen. Simply hit this hyperlink icon and you can type it whatever you want. The same with the other icons. If you don't like that it's click to call or call us now, you can simply edit it and you can see it. It's renamed immediately. By the way, we forgot to share with you very interesting statistics to the end, which I think you will like it. This kindly was provided by Google, and you can see what people are really willing to exchange in order to get the mobile web's access on their phones. So you can define which category are you willing to exchange.
You know, I was going down all these categories. I was looking at the categories. Okay, 43% would give up beer, maybe chocolate. Okay, Super Bowl. I don't understand that. What is that? 26% high heels. I don't understand what that one really means.
Well, you will not understand this, Richard.
Okay. Go figure. Okay. Okay.
So thanks again for all of you, and really a lovely day.
Thanks. Bye-bye.